An 80-year-old woman named Mary opened her mail at her kitchen table and gasped. The white sheet of paper demanded $12,000 for a brief stay in a local hospital bed. She had spent 3 long nights in a quiet room with a heart monitor and a television. Nurses brought her warm meals and doctors checked her pulse every single hour. Yet at the very top of the bill, a quiet line of text changed her life. Outpatient designation. Mary thought she was safe because she had paid into Medicare her entire working life. She assumed that lying in a real hospital bed inside a real medical room meant an official inpatient admission. But behind closed doors, the hospital had stamped her file with 2 words: observation status. That tiny administrative tag meant that in the eyes of federal law, she was never actually admitted to the hospital at all. This hidden classification is called observation status, and it is a predatory trap that hurts millions of patients every year. When a hospital admits you as a real inpatient, the government or your insurance company pays a flat rate for your whole stay. That single fixed price puts a firm cap on what the hospital can charge you. But when the hospital labels you under observation status, that protective fee limit completely disappears. Instead of one fixed price, every tiny service turns into a separate brand new charge on your final bill. A single aspirin tablet that costs pennies at the corner drugstore suddenly costs $20. A small plastic cup costs $5. A simple gauze pad costs $50. Under observation status, the hospital can charge for every single pill, bandage, and test as if you were buying items off an expensive retail store shelf. This practice is very similar to upcoding, which is billing for more expensive care than was actually provided to the patient. The hospital gives you the full experience of a hospital stay, but labels it as a simple clinic visit on paper. You pay high prices for full care, but get zero legal cap protection. You are left with a giant bill for a stay you honestly thought was fully covered. The financial damage spreads far beyond the hospital room walls and into your family bank account. The danger becomes even worse when an elderly patient leaves the building and needs extra professional help to recover safely at home. Under federal law, Medicare has a strict policy called the Medicare 3-day rule. This rule dictates who gets help paying for recovery care and who gets thrown into sudden financial ruin. The Medicare 3-day rule states that the government will only pay for a skilled nursing facility if the patient spends 3 full days in a hospital bed as an inpatient. Pay close attention to that key phrase, inpatient admission. If a patient spends 3 whole nights in a bed while labeled under observation status, those days count as 0 toward the 3-day requirement. When Mary left the hospital, her legs were still far too weak to walk down her front porch steps. Her doctor ordered her to go to a local skilled nursing facility for 2 weeks of physical therapy. But because her 3 days in the hospital were stamped as observation status, Medicare refused to pay a single cent. The nursing home handed her an extra bill for $10,000. Why do giant hospitals use observation status on sick people who clearly need real inpatient care? The answer comes down to corporate profit and fear of government penalties. Federal inspectors closely track hospitals and punish them if an inpatient returns to the emergency room within 30 days. If an admitted patient comes back too soon, the government takes back the money paid for that original visit. By keeping a patient on observation status, the hospital protects its official financial score. If the patient gets sick again and returns next week, it does not count as a failed inpatient admission. The hospital also uses automated computer systems called denial bots, which are software programs designed to automatically flip patient files to outpatient status, so the hospital avoids risky audits from government health regulators. Inside the hospital billing office, workers monitor computer screens line by line to maximize daily revenue. A patient might fall asleep on night 2, believing they are getting better under official care. Meanwhile, a worker in a back office quietly changes their classification code from admitted to observation status. No doctor comes to explain the shift, and no nurse warns the family about the massive bill being built behind the scenes. The financial trap grows deeper with every hour spent in that hospital bed. Under observation status, all medications given to you fall under prescription drug coverage rules instead of general hospital stay rules. That means routine daily pills you usually take at home are billed through the hospital pharmacy at extreme markups. A common blood pressure pill can cost over $100 per single dose. Lawmakers in Washington know this unfair system hurts innocent families every day. Congress passed a law called the Notice Act to force hospitals to tell patients when they are kept in observation status for more than 24 hours. However, receiving a paper warning does not give you the legal power to change your status. It only hands you a piece of paper telling you that financial chaos is coming. This unfair system is driven by administrative bloat, which is the massive growth of management staff who focus on billing rules instead of healing sick people. Hospitals now employ whole teams of financial specialists whose primary job is to maneuver around insurance regulations. They use observation status as a financial lever to boost hospital profit margins while shifting massive costs onto vulnerable patients. Across the entire country, the total cost of this hidden billing trick is staggering. Millions of senior citizens watch their hard-earned life savings vanish in a matter of days. Families are forced to spend retirement funds, take out huge home loans, or sell family property just to pay off unexpected hospital bills that exist only because of a single word written on a billing screen. The human cost is even worse than the severe financial damage. When families discover they cannot afford a skilled nursing facility out of pocket, they are forced to take weak family members home without proper nursing care. Elderly patients fall on hard floors, develop dangerous infections, or suffer permanent physical harm. Many become far too afraid to visit an emergency room when they get sick again. Trying to fight an observation status charge is an exhausting administrative battle. For many years, Medicare did not allow patients to appeal an observation status decision because outpatient services were classified as non-appealable choices. While recent court rulings are starting to force minor changes, The legal system is still built to protect hospital budgets while making patients jump through endless bureaucratic hoops. What looks like a clean hospital room filled with caring doctors and nurses is actually part of a cold financial strategy. The hospital avoids government fines, charges maximum prices for basic supplies, and pushes the heavy cost of long-term recovery onto the patient. Sick people are punished simply for trusting that their health insurance would protect them from financial destruction. You must learn how to defend yourself before walking through those hospital doors. If you or a family member must stay overnight in a hospital bed, ask the attending doctor one crucial question immediately. Is this patient officially admitted as an inpatient, or are they under observation status? Demand a clear answer and make sure that exact phrase is written in the official medical record. No family should lose their home or savings because a hospital used a sneaky billing code. Until lawmakers close this loophole for good, thousands of patients will lie in hospital beds believing they are safe, while an invisible label on a billing screen wipes out their financial security. Staying informed and asking hard questions is your only defense against a system designed to profit off your recovery.